Swell enough, swell enough.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Divinity, Original Sin. I've decreased the voice volume a little bit, but it's still fairly loud in this place. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's a sort of bar, brothel kind of crossover thing. I was just going to basically talk to a few of the people in here, so I'm going to switch over to Charm. Have I shot a bullseye in your sleep? Well, no wonder, with your skill book as empty as all that.
Until we meet again.
Does that mean you're a merchant? Oh, you are. Interesting. So this would be stuff for Bear Daughter. Charm a target. This is an expert marksman skill. Okay. I'm going to come back to this in just a second.
Until we meet again.
Who are you? Okay, he's also a merchant. Selling arrows, also interesting.
Until we meet again.
So these appear to be merchants, rather. And this is a melee merchant kind of guy. Okay.
Until we meet again.
So for trading, I'm obviously switching over to Strange because, if I remember correctly, he's got my highest bartering skill. Not very high, but he has at least some. I'm somewhat contemplating giving him an additional point, actually. Ooh, whoa! This will go over here. They need very high lore master to identify. That's why I was kind of going whoa there. I think the rest of this stuff should already be identified. So yeah, let's sort by type. I'll just quickly put all the ingredients over to Jahan.
At least they don't have that distinct underside of a bridge aroma.
Better that than reeking of fresh blood.
Precious. This appears to be a quest item of some kind, so I'm going to give it to Jahan. It might be, you know, necessary or useful or something for some purpose eventually. Did I read these books? I think I did. Just trying to make sure. I'm keeping the How to Speak Troll book just because, I guess.
Why don't you
wow, I have a lot of skill books and potions and all that stuff. Bloodstone cage. You need a way to safely... Okay. Yeah, let's just go to these guys and trade. Okay, I definitely want the rapture thing. It charms target, which is, you know. I think I don't have to use a special arrow now to charm people using Bear Daughter. I don't know if she actually has free skill slots. I might have to increase her marksmanship at the next level up. Tactical retreat, jump out of a hazardous situation. Doesn't seem so useful. Ranged power stance, I think I already have. Mute a target. Disable use of spells and scrolls on a target, also fairly cool. Cures bleeding, crippled and diseased. Might come in handy, I'll come back to it if I need it. Okay, 3,100 and something. The arrows aren't so expensive, so, you know, I might as well just buy them. And a large healing potion, because why not? I don't know if I actually have enough stuff left to sell that I can afford this, but, you know. Let's just see, I guess. Oh, I definitely do. You don't have any money left over, but that's fine. I think I lose about 30 gold. Let's do it.
Until we meet again.
Let's check this guy.
Until we meet again.
No, I meant to actually press trade. Okay, he just sells a bunch of arrows and arrow components. I don't know, I'll keep him in mind, but it just seems like I rarely ever use these, so...
Until we meet again.
How's business for you anyway? Swell enough. Would be better if you'd glance in my direction.
Okay, how about you? Decrease willpower and bodybuilding. Crippling blow. Cripples a target. I mean, that might come in handy. I guess I'll buy it. Crippling blow, cure wounds I already have. Helping hand I already have. Battering ram. I might already have that. Yep. Lower resistances. Don't have that, so might as well. And I do have Crushing Fist, okay. I think this sword I wanted to keep in case I wanted to switch back to one-handed stuff, so... How much do I get for this? 1,600, okay. I'll keep it in mind, but I'll try to sell ordinary stuff before selling the really rare stuff. Okay, losing about 100 gold here, but that's fine. No, end.
Until we meet again.
Now let's see who this is. Vomitia? Sounds a bit like vomit. Quite a fine skeleton. I bet it'll last 100 generations if treated properly. Fair enough. Do you sell any? Yes, you do. You sell witchcraft stuff. Deal immense damage to a summoned creature. I think this might be handy, actually. Though I am somewhat on the wrong character, but you know what, who cares. I can just switch through like this. I think I'm still using the barter skill from Charm this way, but I have access to Stranger's inventory. Destroy summon. No, I already have that. Oath of Desecration I already have. Summon Armored Undead Decapitator. Sounds like a fairly strong summon. I don't know if I have enough money left, but you know, we'll see. I already know Absorb the Elements. Mass Weakness doesn't seem so useful. It's fairly expensive. I don't know how much money I have left. Curse on enemy, lowest chance to hit. That's I'm okay without that, to be honest. Sink your fangs into an enemy or ally within touch range and drain his life. So I deal damage and heal myself in the process. Let's just see how much I have left. I think I was using this blocking 11% shield, so I can sell the other two. This is for sale. These things are all for sale. Okay, yeah, I'm actually reaching the point where I'm almost out of money. Let's compensate by adding just some cash. I mean, I'm not almost out of money. I have 8,000 gold left, 8,500 actually, but I'm mostly out of stuff I want to sell. Okay. So I'm sorry that I had to start the episode with all this boring, you know, item management stuff, but...
Tell me, sweetie, do you have a sunburn, or are you always this hot?
Praise the gods. I've passed the trial. Friend, this is most excellent news.
How's business going anyway?
What's this do?
Truth is, I'm a wee bit short.
It's certainly a very high level item. Yeah, +5 due to level difference. It's item level 15. Wow. It's not even that great. I mean, it does more damage than my axe, but not actually by a fair amount. Let's be honest. But it's also 6 levels higher, so I don't know. By the time I'm actually able to use this with reasonable, you know, action point costs, might already be outdated. So for now, I'm going to definitely stick to Brax's two-handed axe. Let's sort by type. Now, if I look at my skills, I'm fairly certain that my man-at-arms skills are actually filled up, so I can't use any more of those. I need... yeah, next level up I should be able to spec this to 1 point higher, so I can use 2 of these skill books. These here will definitely go over to Berotter. Earth magic might be for charm. What do we have here? Bloodstone cage. I'm just putting it in the back. I can't put it in the backpack? Can I not put it in the backpack? I can't put it in the backpack. So that way I still have it, but it's not taking up space. It's good. Bottle of beer, bottle of wine. Okay, those are for selling. Those are for selling. The mushrooms are for using. The bluegill mushrooms are for using. The fly agaric mushrooms are for using. This is also an ingredient.
Hey there, tall and strong.
Scrolls all go over to Charm, and arrows all go over to Bear Daughter. Inventory management is part of the game. I'm sometimes cutting it out, but if it happens as it does now, then I'm not.
Why don't you stay away?
Fire magic.
If I had a staff,
It's going over here. I'm somewhat tempted to maybe give Bear Daughter a new type of skill. Maybe give her one of the magic abilities. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'll give her some fire magic. I don't know yet. I'll have to check. Witchcraft also goes over to Charm. Obviously, all the man-at-arms stuff stays with me, and possibly this goes over here. Sort by type again. Okay, I still have a fair amount of stuff I can sell, but not nearly as much as I used to have. Okay, you sort by type. Can I open my skills at the same time? Okay, I still have one fire elemental spell free. I could learn Fire Shield, Smoke Screen, or Burning Blaze. Cast 2 projectiles. Okay, this is a fairly strong damage spell, I guess, and it only costs 6 action points. Create a smoke screen. I don't know, Fire Shield would have been useful for the fight against Brackers. I think now it might be a little outdated, so I'm going to learn Burning Blaze.
do you believe in gods, baby?
Supposedly does 2 projectiles that do a fair amount of fire damage each. Each of them does more than flare, so for the same amount of action points. I'm guessing that means it's pretty good. It has a nice chance to set burning. This has only got a chance to set warm. Yeah, that's nice, and it's only got a 1 turn cooldown, so I can actually use it quite frequently. And I can make fire surfaces. Fair enough. Okay, how about my earth magic? Okay, I'm full up on those, so I can't use any of these. Witchcraft. I have 1 witchcraft spell I can use. Destroy summon, blind, summon armored undead decapitator, or absorb the elements. I already know absorb the elements, so this is actually for selling. I'm going to go for the summon armored undead decapitator thing. Has a chance to knock down. Arrows and daggers only do half damage. He's immune to bleeding, cannot be poisoned. Has medium saving throws against physical and mental statuses. Has attack of opportunity. Okay, so it's fairly strong. I'm keeping the other 2 skill books, you know, just in case. This I already know, so I might just pass it down further. And this I already know, so I'll also pass it down further. Hydra Sophist. I can learn Cure Cleansing Water. That would be nice. Or a Strong Regenerate. I'll go for Cleansing Water.
If I had a staff ready.
But I'll keep the other one just in case I spec higher Hydra Sophist eventually. Same goes for these fire skills. What do I have here? Blank skill book water. I don't know how to use these or what to do with them. I guess that's some kind of crafting thing. I don't know. I guess we'll see eventually. Aside from that, I think we're okay.
Tell me,
Bear Daughter
do you have a sunburn, or are you always busy?
has 2 skills left open in the what's it? Expert Marksman skill tree, so I'm just going to teach her those 2 books. Mute, and what was the other one? Rapture. Not sure if I'll be using them much, but I have them. I don't know if I want her to be able to use fire magic. Actually, if anything, I'll probably teach it to Jahan eventually. Let's sort by type. Requires level 13, okay, and these two you don't have fire magic, so that's pretty much it for you. Still have a bunch of arrowheads that I could combine with these arrow shafts, but I don't really want to at the moment, so I think I'll just leave it as it is.
Do you have a sunburn, or are you all...
Spent about half the episode doing this now, so I think we're about done. Let's head out. Actually, let's check our quest log. Infiltrating the Immaculates. Samit said we can access the village by joining the Immaculates and passing their initiation ritual. We should talk to Loic, the Immaculate Abbot of Silverglen. Okay, so we have to find this Loic guy. Fun with fungi. We met a mushroom near the witch's cavern. Perhaps these mushrooms can help us. They told us that the wizard Maradino might have stashed a barrier removal spell somewhere around the forest. Okay, that's useful. Our main sort of guiding quest, the Source Hunter's Journey, the cat wizard Arhu advised us to infiltrate the Immaculates by becoming one of them. Alright, we already kind of know that we have to do this. We have to talk to the abbot. This guy Loic. Troll's bounty. Brandon asked us to steal some tenebrium from the Troll King. And Bicky the Bomber. We met Bonnie, a prostitute being held hostage by a strange skeleton creature named Bicky. We managed to calm it down for now, but it claims it will explode if we get too close.
Do you believe in the gods, because you're the answer to all my prayers.
I'm afraid that quest has failed already, hasn't it? I'll just go upstairs and check, but if I remember correctly, I didn't quick load any of that, so... Unless I'm much mistaken, both the exploding person and Bonnie are dead. Oh well. It happens. I could have probably solved that situation in a much better way, but oh well, what can you do? This is kind of the church thing, so I'm going to assume I find this Loic guy in here. Oh, you're now actually on your 3rd skill bar for the newly learned skills. I may have to rearrange these eventually, but oh, you never know. Okay, everyone, please join me. I guess we're going to have to talk to Loic. Welcome be, O seeking souls, to this holy house of Immaculates. Who are you? Yeah, it says so right there. Silly. I am Loic, enlightened one among Immaculates, spokesman for the holy conduit as she is spokesman for the goddess herself. Hers is the blood. Okay, I'd like to ask some questions. Who are the Immaculates? We are the chosen ones of the goddess. The benedictions of the blood render our bodies and spirits unblemished, for such is her mercy that we may all become part of the sacred soul. And you too, Seeker, could become one such part. Okay, let's discuss that actually. You find yourself in the goddess's temple, therefore it follows she wants you to take the true path. So here, have this hallowed tome. Read it, absorb the wisdom within, then find the second part and do with it the same. If an immaculate you want to be, a test of knowledge shall be your first step towards enlightenment. Okay, then let's just head out. Apparently I got a book. Frame rate, yay, lighting effects appear to be problematic. Book of the Immaculates number 1. The first Book of the Immaculates. That's an imaginative title. Though the tenebrium made the miners ill, though the rot plagued them, they would be saved. The conduit came bearing a shard of starstone and demonstrated that by sacrificing a lesser being, a small duckling, she could turn starstone into bloodstone. The stone was capable of healing any ailment, including the terrible rot. Though some were skeptical that sacrificial magic could be used for good, the conduit explained that transmitting energy from a lesser being to a greater one restores balance in the universe, and that balance is the goddess's ultimate goal. The conduit then encouraged the healed miners to spread her good word and to continue to create bloodstones for the purpose of promoting the greater good of higher beings. Today we Immaculates continue to promote universal balance and the sacrifice of lesser creatures for the greater good of all. You see, I would almost agree that killing a duckling to save a human is a worthwhile trade, but, you know, it's very easy to become mixed up on your definition of lesser being, I guess. Now we have to find the second of those books. I don't know, who are you? Nadja.
Well, hello there.
Okay, so you're the son of Nadia, but you're not selling anything of terrible import.
Until we meet again.
Nadia, there you are. Do you sell anything better?
Hello there.
Varma Malbenita, source hunter in Silverglen. I have traveled mile on top of mile to find help, and now help has, how do you say, appeared from skinny vapors. Okay. Maybe I should try speaking this in a random accent. But the only thing I can really do is sort of this. I can do a little bit of an Indian accent, but it sounds bad, and I can do a fairly racist Russian accent. Anyway, tell me about yourself. Actually, that was me. Why would I speak in a really terrible Indian accent? Anyway, my story? Well, this is no small tale. I think perhaps you will be more interested in the end. How you say, short end of stick. Does that even sound? I don't know. Anyway, I believe Lawrence, the leader of mining guild, tell my husband and many of other workers to mine deadly ore called Tenebrium. Lawrence knew this ore caused rot. Charming name, no? Yet ordered miners to continue. Many men, my Ben among them, become the sickness, and now they, how you say, kick down the bucket. But this sickness, it is not normal. It kills swift and terrible, not unlike sores. My son Sebi and I travel from our home to find truth, but this has proven not so easy. Okay, so her husband has kicked the bucket, as you say. So what can you tell me about your husband, Ben? My sweet little Pormabo Visago, my darling Ben. We got along like, how you say, peas and ferrets. But here there is work, very well paid, in mines clearing special rock from silver mine, so he leaves Sebi and I to come to Silverglen. We wait with hearts like stones for some months, and one day we see familiar figure moving with strange steps on path toward cottage. We run to meet him and take him into our arms, but he collapses at our touch. I'm not racist, by the way, I just sound like it. We help him inside and set him to rest, but he was in terrible condition. Each hour he grew worse, rot so fast we hardly recognize him after 2 short days. He slipped away from us and we bury him with much grief. Okay, so how about your son? When his father died, Sebi became restless. Being of the age, he joined army and goes straight to front line. Though I was nearly old woman, I joined army as healer to be near and look after my boy. There we saw a special legionnaire using strange weapon, and this legionnaire soon come to my tent with the same disease that killed Ben. I discovered the Tenebrium ore in his weapon. It was the ore that killed them both. I come to Silverglen to discover truth, and here I find Lawrence, the arrogant man, conducts his business without apologize to any. Okay, so you need help proving Lawrence knowingly encouraged the miners to handle Tenebrium. Exactly this. Please, Sir Santa, you must help me prove that Lawrence made his workers to mine deadly Tenebrium. For your help, I offer a blessing from my homeland. Sevi mal successos mi plantos keri zarbo kai turmenti via nepo subgla giash brancos? I don't even know, I butchered that quite hard. Translation is difficult, but it means something like, if you fail, I will plant cherry tree and haunt your grandbaby beneath branches. Good luck. I know I go on about it, but the writing is insanely good. Maybe some further questions. So I guess let's go through this. I hope you don't mind my voice. There might be some interesting information about the quest, so that's why I'm going through this. How are you getting along in Silverglen? I have not found scrap of civilization among these apes. Sebi looks for heaping plate of my famous Cyramul, but the local fair supports no fine food, unless squirrel meat inspire you. As for neighbors, well, those cultists would rather sacrifice supper to goddess than eat it. Okay, then tell me about Lawrence. May Zalmoxis strike him down, the murderer. I have one goal in Silverglen, to make him share in the suffering he caused. I am certain he has gained from making those miners take the Tenebrium. Now I only have to prove it. Okay, what do you know about the Immaculates? I have no interest in those emasculates and their goddess. As Stelmoxes say in Book of Holy, I am jealous god. Why can I not read your mail if you have nothing to hide? Who is on Sherry exactly? Aren't I enough for you? Sorry, it is hilarious. What do you know about Tenebrium? Nothing natural could cause such terrible disease at mere touch. If you ask me, I say dark magic, maybe even sorcery at its root. That foul thing. So you've seen rot in action then? A terrible disease. It transforms flesh of living into flesh of corpse while infected person still lives. Arms grow black and heavy, legs grow black and heavy, hair rots from scalp. Cielo helpo min. What memories I have. Okay, do you sell anything? Well, you would buy a bunch of stuff. This is unidentified. This and this and this. Actually, also this, and this, and this, and this. The rest I want to keep. I don't know. I feel bad selling legendary items. Just doesn't quite sit right with me. Okay, I'll take my leave.
Until we meet again.
Her voice sample appears to be the same as used for
It sounds very much like the disease that came to Home Forest.
Okay, yeah, her voice sample was just a normal voice, but you could, from the way it was written, she's meant to have some kind of accent because she's a foreigner, so she's meant to sort of have a limited grasp of our language, but I'm fairly certain it wasn't meant to be that, I don't know, it doesn't even sound particularly Indian, it's just, it's the closest I can get, okay? I'm not good at, you know, imitating voices and all that. I could steal some pickaxes, I guess, but those don't have high value. The initiation. I will have to find the second book, maybe. And we found that other quest. Now let's see if maybe Loic can tell us something about the second book. Maybe he would be able to tell us how we get it. Hey Loic. The goddess is the word. Through the conduit she speaks, and through me her wisdom is repeated. How may I enlighten you? I have some questions. Let's discuss my joining the Immaculates. Do you hold it to be true, O Seeker, that you are ready to be tested? A most sacred trio of queries shall I put before thee, even if thou falterst but a single time, unworthy will thou be deemed of the goddess's love. Well, let's try it. I guess we can retry anyway, because, well, I don't think we would block our access to the entire game. Blessed be a willing spirit, we commence. Premise the first. In honor of the goddess, that which was stellar must become sanguine. Sanguine, correct? Well, that's the starstone, which has to become a bloodstone, so that makes sense. Agreed. Premise the second. The blood of the greater should be used in service of the lesser so that balance may be achieved, correct? No, it's exactly the other way around. Premise the third. Only those who have partaken in the spilling of blood and thereby created the stone that lives, the stone soaked with blood, may be called an immaculate, correct? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, it depends on what you mean by partake. I don't think everyone who's an immaculate has to actually have, you know, done it. Let's just go with correct. Apparently I was right. I thought it was just that they were the ones who had been healed by this, but I guess that could be interpreted as having partaken in it. I don't know. Most gratifying. Oh yes, most exemplary indeed. You have understood the words of the goddess, and I deem you worthy of her true test, of the true trial that shall make you an immaculate. Okay, fair enough. Then tell me about the conduit, maybe? The conduit, yes. She the most exalted of all, second only to the goddess. It was she who brought us first her divine words, then her divine will, a will made real in blood. Truly, though, she's quite beyond your concern, O wandering soul. She stands so very high above your humbled station. Okay, let's change the subject. What is the true trial you spoke of? To become an immaculate, you must experience both the goddess's bane and her boon. Leave Silverglen and take the western path. Follow it to where the winds howl and a great skull looms within the rocks. There you will find it, the hollow and the true trial within. Immaculate guards bar the way, but tell them you have my blessing and they shall let you pass. But take utmost care. The road is beset with horrors, and your mettle will be truly tested before you've even set foot within the goddess's trial. It would behove you to train in advance of setting upon that treacherous path. Okay, so is that their way of saying me that I should probably do the rest of the forest first, maybe?
Good luck, Seeker! I shall await you in the Chamber of Blood!
I don't think anything good ever happened in a place called the Chamber of Blood. It just... I don't know. You see, if you want your place to not be judged badly or negatively, maybe call it the Chamber of Butterflies instead of the Chamber of Blood. It's just one of those little things. Why aren't you moving faster? Go, move. Sort of do some kind of running. Okay. I'm guessing that this way is... well, it's somewhat... it's not really to the west, it's actually going more north. There is no path to the west. This is the edge of the map here. But I'm guessing this path is leaving the village towards the west, and so this is probably where I want to continue for the main quest. As I may have explained, I am now somewhat at the point where... whoa. Position 1. Somewhat at the point where the game has become blind. There are a few encounters in the forest that I haven't... I guess, that I have seen in my private playthrough, but not in this one. Pretty sure... oh, I didn't loot this chest. Wow. It's kind of well camouflaged. Not that it's valuable, but still. Why are you guys going there? You're not supposed to. Anyway. There's a few encounters, because I did things slightly differently in my private playthrough. I think there's a few things in this area that I went to first that I still know about. But in generally, I am now at the point where the game is blind to me, so... I'd appreciate lack of spoilers, but I'm not too fussed about it. So basically, please don't spoil me. But if you do spoil me, the only thing that'll happen is that you get banned. And that's about it. I'm not going to be angry about it. I'm just going to be disappointed in you. So yeah, no spoilers, please. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and next time we'll continue our exploration of Silverglen Forest. So join me for that. Bye bye.